With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Seattle Seahawks. Two teams that don't like each other much. One will go to Super Bowl 53 as we're underway in the 2019 NFC title game. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. His throw incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Second and 10, it's Wilson again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
19. There. 14, running.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And into the red zone now, and Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points, so you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes, make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, he made that catch knowing full well that at the end of it, he's going to catch a pretty good lick.
I guess if there's anyone on this team that can absorb a pop, it's him. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny, and he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Now on 1st and goal, a chance to get a leg up in this NFC title game. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
4 down. 380. Tempo.
He'll get it up the middle. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 3rd and goal, Wilson, the quick slant caught. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here's Wilson to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opened things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Second down, Cousins. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, Cousins eluding the pressure right. Going deep for Diggs. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
14, got it. Quick, 15. Hey.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Spread left.
Here's Wilson to throw again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They set up the screen to Penny, and he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
14.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the penalty erases their earlier loss. Now it's 2nd and 8.
Hey. 14.
Again, Wilson. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Anthony Barr. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up.
Shotgun. 14, run it. Gotta go. 12.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Flushed out right. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now. 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick six. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Let's make these babies cry.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And avoids the contact by sliding. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And this is caught on the left side, Jerron Brown. That one goes for 36 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Wilson. Flush to his right, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Everson Griffin in there to bury him for a loss of 11. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
19. 4 down. Gun. 12.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Anderson Aho. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10. Cousins on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go, Hawks. Yellow.
Throwing is Cousins. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get it out near the moves the sticks.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. To the air again, it's Cousins. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Cousins here on the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. And complete right side to Cook. Cook with a 1st down and much more. And down to the 27-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Two minutes to play here in the 1st half. We'll be back with more in the NFC title bout after this. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Left side caught by Diggs. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. They'll run it now out of the gun. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Now a give. This is Murray. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. They come out here in the eye.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
They'll run for it with Cook. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Everyone's got 4 down.
Sahaj, 180.
14, 114.
Rhino, Rhino.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation.
Here we go.
Now they'll run. Murray. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Daniel Carlson now for the Viking field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal.
Sahaj, 180. Two.
Let's go, let's go.
Through.
Mike by 4, Mike by 4.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Tempo, baby, let's go. Let's go to work. Come on.
Front left. Punch left.
14, Friday. 12.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, Wilson. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick, and it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Trying it. 18. Gotta go. 14, Friday.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. Time. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw for Cousins. This one complete to Smallwood. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the gun, here's Cousins, escaping the pressure right. Toward the sideline, did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down. A 1st down throw for Cousins, eluding the pressure right. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there, almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Again, it's Cousins. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. He's got a man. It's Mitchell. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
The Vikings on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Off the play fake, Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And this is good for a first down, his second grab of this NFC Championship bout.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Cousins now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Throwing, Cousins. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll make it a second down. They go play action. Cousins throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Cousins again. Flushed out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 20. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Move 15.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball. And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Watch that hand, got his right. Alert, 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 alert. Cut. 380. Cut. Zebra.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Right, move 15. 14. Well.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Pulled in at the 24. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 1st down, Murray. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining 3rd quarter. Cousins now on 2nd down. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Handoff. It's Murray. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Second down, Cousins. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have recovered.
I know you're looking at the scoreboard clock. We're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it, a costly turnover. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 42 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. All right, now the Seahawks face a big two-point conversion attempt. They'll try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone. So how about that for putting it on the line? They've taken the lead by a point here in the fourth quarter. Out to kick is Janikowski. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First down, here's Cousins. Pressure comes, he's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Frank Clark in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw is Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. Throw left side complete. That's Sims. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of mid on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll throw again. Cousins. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10, and he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. To the air again, it's Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Murray. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd down. He's back to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Got a quick flash about being in their huddle. Whatever the play call was, it was tagged with these words. Make sure you stay in the middle of the field. That's where we want to be.
And he did just that. Tenth carry of the game now. Murray. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the 1st down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They come out here in the eye.
We're going. Let's go.
They'll try to run it in with Murray. He gets away from one. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the two-point try. Now Cousins. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
The Seahawks on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Oh, they'll try and sneak this. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get them in the end zone. And it all rides on this one play, a trip to the Super Bowl in the balance here on 4th down. One last shot for Wilson. He's going to let it fly. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett finding the end zone on the game's final play. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the 4th. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. So, Charles, oh so close on one side to getting to that Super Bowl. Oftentimes, we just show the stage and the glitz and the glamour and the confetti. You sometimes forget about those guys going home. It's got to be tough.
It's got to be beyond tough because finding a way to steel yourself, make that resolve to come back and do it again because it took a lot of work just to get to this point. It's going to be a difficult offseason for them. Let's see how they bounce back.